Alright guys, today I want to do a video on two recent finds I got from a local recycling center. So both of these I got from a recycling center that is a few minutes away from me. And it's a bulk recycling center, so obviously you can drop off TVs and, other kinds of electronics. These are a couple 20-inch CRTs that I got. Both of them kind of similar looking. First we have this Memorex 20-inch with speakers on the side. And then we've got this Toshiba one as well with a built-in DVD player. This one has composite inputs in it. It's got a set of composites in the front right here, as you can see. And then this one, I'll show you, it's got a couple sets of composite as well as S-video. So I guess you could say pretty good finds with these two. So I'm gonna go through each of them, kind of tell you, what it was like picking these both up from the recycling center, and tell you about what's going on with them, how well both of them are working, and then I'll finish the video off with how much I think I can get for them, and kind of just my opinion overall of the two sets. So without further ado, let's go through both of these sets. I'm going to go through the Memorex first. This one is definitely the better one in my opinion. Alright, so here we have the first one, the Memorex. This is one that I was very excited to see. Not only because, this style of CRT is one of my favorites with the smaller screen and the speakers on the side, but it's also got S-video, like I was saying. It's got a set of composites on the side here, kind of unique. It's like right behind the screen on the side. And then if we go to the back here, you can see in the back here, it's got RF and then a couple sets of composite with S-video. So, very good find. Anything with S-video is always going to be a heavy hitter and more desirable to collectors. Something kind of interesting is the buttons are on the top. Got the channels, volume, input, as well as the menu. And then right here we have the power button. So we'll go ahead and turn this on. All right, so we have it all powered on right here. It's got the DVD logo bouncing around, except it's not the DVD logo. It's just something that says no signal. As you guys can probably guess, that moving line is not there in real life. That's just the camera trick, unfortunately. If you could see it in real life, it would obviously look better. I'll go through some CRT test suite as well with this TV. But, as you can see, got the different inputs. Video 2, SVHS, just the normal TV setting, and then video 1. So, pretty easy TV to understand, pretty easy to, just get and start using. Volume buttons work. There's the volume down, volume up. Channel buttons. Channel buttons, they work as well. But yeah, the way I got this TV was I just went to my local bulk recycling center. It's not like this in every single state with recycling centers, because I think where I live is kind of, I want to say behind the times, but with these are very behind the times, but they don't realize the value that they hold, and they kind of just think of them as garbage and just a space taker upper, and that's too bad, because there's only gonna, unless someone starts making a new version of a CRT, there's only going to be less of these as time goes on. So I was glad to be able to find these two. But anyway, I think you guys all know what time it is. It's time for the test suite to get hooked up so I can show you how the screen is, how the geometry is. You can do a scroll test and a volume test, and we will just see how this TV does with all those tests. All right, so we have the Wii all hooked up. Let's... Are you excited to test the TV, buddy? Anyways, we got the TV all set up here. Oh man, this guy. Anyway, we have the Can you please move out of my way? All right, so now that we got everything all hooked up and all my distractions are out of frame, let's go right to the homebrew channel and get the test suite checked out. All right, there's everybody's favorite little guy on the famous 240p test suite. Let's go ahead and start with a test pattern. I like to do the SNES grid. And you know, everything looks pretty nice with it. It does kind of fade in a little bit, as you can see there. All right, let's do a scroll test now. Yep, that looks really, really good. Like I said, the camera makes it look worse. It does look a lot better in real life. You just gotta trust me on that. Yeah, very nice. We'll do the grid scroll test as well. Yeah, it's looking all fine and dandy. Then let's go ahead and do the sound test. Do the left channel. Sounds a little pingy, but I mean, this was left out in the cold for who knows how long in the recycling center. Or maybe it just sounds like that normally. I don't know. All right, let's go back to the Wii menu to finish up this showcase of this Memorex TV. And as you can see here, you know, what you were seeing with the grid in the corner, you can't see it anymore on the Wii menu. You know, the test suite kind of just does that for some reason. I don't know why. Probably something to do with the 240p and the fact that this is 480i. Maybe inputs it a little bit different. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this TV. I'm testing this on composite right now. I don't have an S-video hookup at the moment. But I've currently got this listed for $75 on Facebook. I'm thinking about listing it on eBay as well, because it looks like I might be able to get between, you know, $150 to $250 for it. So if there's high demand for it, I'll definitely list it up there, because it's definitely worth my time to do that. And let's move on to the next one, the Toshiba with the built-in DVD player. So next up here you have my dog Kobe, but we also have the Toshiba 20-inch with a built-in DVD player. With this DVD player, it does open and close. You can either, you know, push it back in yourself or press the button to close it. And it will take discs in properly, and it will go to a CD screen. But unfortunately, it does not read the discs properly, which is a shame, because with TVs like this, where it has the built-in DVD player, it is impossible to get like a value that you would get with a TV that didn't even include it. You know, people just get turned off by the fact that the DVD player doesn't work, and they don't even take into account the fact that it's got, you know, composite for gaming, which I do honestly understand. If you're gonna get a TV, you'd want to have pretty much everything functioning well. But if your sole purpose is just for gaming, I personally think that's something that can be overlooked. Anyways, I'll go through this one briefly. The volume, it works. And then the channels, those also work. Other than that, there's nothing going on behind it. It's just got RF. The front is the only one that has the composite inputs. So let's just hook up the Wii and get to the test suite, because, you know, other than that, there's not much else to say about this TV. Alright, so now we've got the Wii hooked up to this one as well. It's looking very good. I think the screen looks very similar, as it should, with both being tested on composite. So let's quick go to the homebrew channel and open up the test suite again. I'm already pretty certain that this TV has a more pleasant audio to it than the last one. The last one was a little tingy. Maybe it was designed that way to be loud and heard. But this one definitely has more mellow volume to it. So I can already tell the sound test will be a little more pleasant to do. Go to the SNES. And as we can see, this TV is a little bit zoomed in, not lined up completely properly. I'm sure there can be a setting that will fix that, but you know, as it stands, it's not that big of an issue. It's just off by like 1/4 of a square on the sides. You know, no CRT is gonna be perfect, and especially, I'm guessing these weren't kept in the best condition, as, you know, someone just dumped them off one day, so maybe they didn't store them properly. I think I definitely prefer this geometry compared to the last one, just because, you know, it's consistent rather than fading out on the corners. Not that you really noticed that when you're on the Wii on 480i, but 240p, it's definitely something to keep in mind for sure. Anyway, let's go to the video test and do the scroll. Looks pretty good. The image is a little bit less bold than the Memorex, but, you know, if you're just getting a TV with composite, it's gonna do the job. Alright, let's check the scroll test. Yeah, a little better than the last one, just because it's more consistent along the sides. And then let's finish with the sound test. Yeah, definitely a lot more quiet than the last one. I do have the volume low, but I can just tell the volume is a little bit different on this one compared to the last one. But honestly, overall, I would say that this TV has the better sound to it and the better geometry, but the Memorex definitely has the better screen quality, and not to mention that it doesn't have any issues with it like this one does with the DVD player. So overall, honestly, they're both kind of on par with each other as far as you know, good and bad things go with both of the TVs. So let's finish this out by going back to the Wii menu, and we'll go with the outro. Alright. So I guess if there's anything to learn from this video, it's that you guys should all go check your local recycling centers. See if your area is one that hates their CRTs, because you can definitely take advantage if you are into the hobby. You know, there's two groups of people who hate them and people who love them. And you know, when there's two groups of people like that, it makes people like us very happy, because we know the value of them, and we know that they're not just pieces of garbage. But yeah, overall, two very nice TVs. I'd say this one is my favorite, slightly. I'm listing this one on the left for $75 on Marketplace. This one is for $35. And we'll see if I end up listing this one on eBay as well, probably for around $200. And if you're just looking to get into retro gaming, these type of TVs are definitely a good place to start. They're not too heavy, they're a good size, they give you a good image, especially if you can get one like this that has S-video on it. So, you know, go hunting a little bit, see if you can find these on people's lawns, recycling centers. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a little something, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you for 50 subscribers. As I'm recording this, I believe I just hit 50 subscribers. So thank you guys very much for that. We've grown so much in a very short amount of time. I'm very happy with the rate that this channel is going, so leave a comment, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any recommendations or questions or tips for me. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.